Hey Gemini, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for January 3rd through the 9th. Happy New Year. This is going to be for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now I'm setting the intention for January 3 through 9. However, you may stumble upon this video outside of those dates. That's perfectly fine. You're going to find it whenever you're meant to find it, okay? Whenever it's time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the Gemini collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, but take what does and leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dear Geminis, let's see what's coming up for you guys. What we have permission to know, what we need to look out for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so let's get right on into it. The first card that's coming up here for you guys is the Hanged Man. Okay, now this can be a card that a lot of people don't like to see because they feel like it means that nothing is happening or things aren't moving forward. First and foremost, the Hanged Man is a card about awakening. It's about seeing things that we've been missing all along. Seeing things from a different angle, seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things that we've missed up until now. The Hanged Man is also a card that can come up when Spirit is trying to show us where in our life we are making unnecessary sacrifices. We are giving a lot of ourselves to people or situations that quite simply do not deserve it. And we're going without as a result. We are in a spirit of lack as a result. What we also need to keep in mind is that the Hanged Man is a major arcana card. The major arcana cards come up at designated times. We have a lot of free will in our life, but there are certain things that we came here to learn, that we came here to accomplish, that we came here to master, which are scheduled in at certain time periods in our life. We have a lot of wiggle room, and then every so often we come across, oh, here's something we came here to learn, here's something we came here to succeed at. That's when the major arcana cards come up to tell us that this is one of those times. The situation that you're dealing with, the things that you're thinking about right now are directly connected to things you came here to succeed at, to overcome, to master, to accomplish. And so this time that might feel like downtime to you, or it may feel very uneventful for you, is time that you're being given to see the whole picture, to see what you've been missing. You can ask for help in this regard. You can ask for your angels and guides to help you see what you've been missing, if you need a little extra help, to help you see where you've been making unnecessary sacrifices, for the truth to be revealed to you about the people around you, the people that you've been dealing with. I have to warn you though, do not ask of this unless you are absolutely positively ready to accept the truth. Because in my experience, and you guys let me know in the comments if this has happened for you, if you've ever just been like, okay, God, universe, angels, guides, please show me the truth about the situation. Show me the truth about this person. Show me who they really are. Show me what I'm not seeing. My God. Wow. Every single time I've done that, Spirit has not held back. Very big things have been revealed to me about people. And so I feel, Gemini, that this is an opportunity that you have to see the truth. Okay? Some of you dodged a bullet with an opportunity or a relationship that maybe you've been kind of grieving or mourning, that you're like, oh gosh, you know, I had this great chance and I blew it. I didn't take it when I had it. Or you might feel like they rejected you. You really wanted it, but the job went to someone else. You really wanted that person, but they ghosted you, or they picked another person. I feel like a truth is being revealed to where you're like, wow, I am so glad that I did not end up in that situation. I'm talking a big situation. Like, you may hear that there was a police raid and people busted in, and police busted in and like arrested everybody there, even though maybe some of the people there hadn't done anything wrong. It's like, well, we gotta investigate everybody. We're gonna figure it out, and then we'll see if we're gonna let you go or not. Right? It could have been that situation where there was a lot of shady things happening. Or you might find out that ended up to be a very dangerous person, that you could have ended up in a very dangerous situation, or that harm could have come to you in some way. I'm talking big revelations that you're like, I am so very glad I did not end up in that situation or with that person. The next card that's coming up here is the Eight of Swords. So again, you might be feeling frustrated. You might be feeling stuck, like you want movement. You want things to happen and they're just not quite moving. And when the Eight of Swords comes up, sometimes it's because we're waiting for somebody else to come in and partner up with us on the path, or we're waiting for Spirit to bring the right person into our life to guide us, to teach us, to walk with us. Or we may be wanting somebody to simply come in and rescue us because we don't have faith, or we don't believe that we can get out of the situation ourselves. But here's where it gets dangerous. Spirit is trying to protect you from these people coming to you. Some of you Geminis are frustrated because you're like, how come I keep getting so many false alarms? How come I keep thinking that something is going to happen? I keep thinking this relationship is going to pan out and it frizzles out. It doesn't go anywhere. Or I keep thinking this is it, that this is the job that I'm going to get. And I go on second interview, third interview, fourth interview. Last minute something happens and it goes to somebody else. Why do I keep getting these misses? You're frustrated. And you're like, send me something. Send me something and give me something. You're feeling stuck and you're wanting somebody to come along and get you out of it because you feel like no matter what you do, you can't get out of it. This is the thing about the Eight of Swords. First and foremost, energy attracts energy and like attracts like. It's not God or the universe being mean to us. It's the way energy works. We're going to attract the frequency that we're putting out, the signal that we're putting out. And unfortunately, when we're in this Eight of Swords energy, there is the energy of the victim and the hunter. When we're in Eight of Swords energy, the best possible scenario is we're going to attract a person who is just as lost as we are. And then we have these frustrations. We both feel like the other person's always expecting us to come up with the answers, to fix things. This could be family situations. This could be friendships. This could be romantic situation where you feel like it's always on your shoulders to figure it out. And you're like, why can't you figure something out for once? And the other person's looking at you at the same way. They feel like you're leaving everything on their shoulders. The Eight of Swords can be two people who are lost, two people who don't know the way, both looking for the other person to figure it out and to help them. That's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario when we're in Eight of Swords energy is we're going to attract somebody that sees us as, we see ourselves as helpless. We see ourselves as, needing to be rescued. And they're going to come in and they're going to take advantage of the situation. Whether it's to swindle us financially, or get into our pants, get us into bed, or simply to have some sense of power or control over us. We attract an opportunist, someone who's coming in and taking advantage of the situation. When we're in this energy, it's very difficult to have a relationship or friendship or partnership with someone who's going to have our best interest at heart, who's not going to take advantage in some way. And your angels and guides are trying to protect you by that heartache, from that heartache, and not allow it in. Or these jobs are shady, or these jobs, something is going on and you're being protected. And Spirit is saying, we need you to step out of this Eight of Swords energy so that we can allow things in for you. Right now, we're trying to protect you from what's coming in on this frequency. And we're trying to help you to see and get out of this frequency. So this rope is not around her that tight. She could very easily shimmy her way out of it. She can push that blindfold off her eyes, and she can see that she has plenty of room to walk. Those swords aren't even all the way around her. There's an illusion of being stuck. There's an illusion of being trapped. There's an illusion of being helpless, because that's what negative ego wants you to believe right now. That's what the devil wants you to believe right now. And Spirit is trying to help you to see the truth, to make that mental shift so that you can come out of this Eight of Swords energy and receive things in the good energy, in the higher energy. But that mental shift has to happen first. The next card that's coming up here for you, Gemini, excuse me, I bumped the camera there. The next card that's coming up for you, Gemini, is the King of Swords. And look at this. We talked about a mental shift. I cannot have chosen a better card. First and foremost, the King of Swords is that beautiful, powerful air sign energy. This is you, Gemini. You're this air sign. The King of Swords is going to make excellent decisions. The King of Swords is not going to make decisions out of fear. Seeing the King of Swords here following the Hanged Man and the Eight of Swords tells me some of you have been in a situation because it's the devil you know, and you're thinking that sometimes the devil you know is better than the devil that you don't know, and you're making fear-based decisions. You're making your decisions based on being scared of what might happen, or being scared of the future, or feeling like you're going to play it safe even though it's something very toxic. The King of Swords is going to make logical decisions. He's not going to make decisions based on fear, guilt, manipulation. He's going to do the logical thing. He's going to think things through and do the logical thing. I also feel for some of you that there is help available to you, like you're being encouraged to reach out to an advisor, whether this is a coach or a therapist or a teacher, a pastor or a reverend or something. You're being asked to take your problem to this person, and they're going to help you. They're going to give you guidance out of the situation, because you're stepping out of the current circle. This is somebody outside of the current circle. They're not in this energy. They're in the new energy, and they're going to help give you guidance and direction to get out of this Eight of Swords. But you have to speak up. But this help is here. This help is available to you. For some of you, you feel stuck in a situation because of legal reasons. And the King of Swords here could be an attorney, that if you go talk to this attorney is going to say, oh, no, but don't even worry, right? Like, you have a lot of things that you have rights. You have a lot of things protecting your assets or your situation or your parental rights. There are laws in place that, protect you in this situation. So I feel like there's this need to consult, this advisor for guidance in maneuvering through this situation where maybe you've been playing martyr or sacrificing yourself because you feel you have no other choice. And that's not the case. The next card that's coming up here for you, Gemini, is the Knight of Pentacles. So the changes that you're coming into, they're not going to be overnight. And you might be feeling really overwhelmed because you're like, this is going to be a whole process. This is going to take time, right? It's going to take forever. And you feel frustrated. You don't even want to get started. But the the Knight of Pentacles tells us that success is assured. All you have to do is be consistent. As long as you're being consistent, you're going to see results. That's it. That's all it comes down to. One day at a time, one foot in front of the other. Before you know it, you look behind you and you're like, I cannot believe I've covered so much ground. I can't believe I've gotten so much done. Can't believe I've come so far. I keep saying king. The Knight of Pentacles is not the fastest moving knight in the tarot, but he is definitely the most reliable and the most consistent. You can trust in what he's doing. It's going to be good, solid work. It's going to surpass, outlast the test of time. All you need to do is be consistent, and all else is going to fall into place. Your biggest challenge here is to not give up and to just keep taking the steps. The steps aren't even that hard. It's just about consistency and being committed to wanting this change enough. If you want the change enough to not give up on yourself, you're going to be very pleased with where you find yourself in the next 6 to 8 months. But you have to start taking the steps now. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those might resonate with you more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful week and a happy new year. Happy 2020, my dears. Take care, Gemini.